Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to my channel, Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for September 27th, 28th, and 29th for my Sagittariuses. Hello, my wonderful Sagittarius. How are you? Well, weekend reading. I'm using my Radley Valentine Angel Tarot cards. I have prayed, meditated, and infused the deck with Reiki energy. But remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like. Leave the rest. That's okay. Now, the 28th is a new moon. Remember, full moon to new moon is the waning moon. Get rid of stuff, okay? New moon to full moon is the waxing moon. It's okay to ask. It is okay to ask. And on the new moon, especially, it's okay to request. I always say, though, be specific in what you're requesting. Okay, let's go ahead and cut the cards and see what we have for my Sagittariuses. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and 3 cards reversed for you. Stronger message. Thank you all who do this, and please remember to like, share, and subscribe to help support my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, for first card, first card, King of Air. Okay, we've talked about this. You've had this before. But the air energy is our Gemini, our Libra, our Aquarius energy, very thoughtful energy, very thoughts centered, very intellectual centered. I feel like you are on your A game this weekend. I feel like your mind is sharper than ever, and that you're just thinking of, now be careful though. Be careful that you're not necessarily overthinking problems, that you're just not over analyzing to that point. There is no paralysis by analysis here, but it could be that because you're overthinking, you may jump to some conclusions that weren't necessarily based on total fact, whoever that's for. So the King of Air is brilliant, impartial, professional, diplomatic. I'm feeling like you need to make sure that you do stay, I'm not going to say stay impartial per se, but make sure that your thoughts don't go into that emotional place. Speak your mind with confidence, definitely. Seek out professional advice. Balance mental and emotional considerations. That's what I'm trying to say is when you're speaking, try to stay on the calmer side. Don't let yourself go into the emotional side, because even though I feel like your thought processes are on target, it doesn't. Now, granted, if there's somebody and you're thinking that somebody's, might be cheating, and if you have no proof, I'm not telling you that that's the thing that's going on, okay? But I'm feeling like your thought processes are on target. You just have to make sure, in order when you're discussing these things, whatever these things are, that you keep your emotion, I'm not going to say be a robot, but you keep the emotional side of it out, okay? Because there's 2 things that'll happen. One is you will overspeak, and the other is that you may lose your audience. Okay, next card. The Star. The Star. Archangel energy. Very, very strong. This is all about, wishes. This is about going out there, looking up into that universe, looking up and, saying, this is what I need. Again, this is with that new moon, too. This is a really good card to have with that new moon. Happy times, make positive, optimistic, long-term plans on the right path. Now, and remember, too, when I talk about keeping your thoughts optimistic, your thoughts positive, your words positive, that's really, really important because, and especially with this, because when you slide into that negative and you start thinking, what they call stinking thinking, then you start to actually create pathways in your brain, and it's almost like muscle memory. Now, if I was somebody that exercised, I'd say, oh yes, this is muscle memory, but your brain can do the same thing. And so the first thing then, if you keep thinking stinking thinking, then the first thing that happens, though, is that when a problem comes, you go back to that negative energy, okay? You go back to that negative thought process. But if you have that positive, you can override. It's almost like, in the olden days when we would have the floppy disks, it's almost like overriding that, okay? So it's really important for you, especially especially this weekend for you. Your last card, the Three of Air. Okay, so this is again, this is that thing about, this is a regret card. This is about, something that's happened in that past. Maybe maybe this is what you've been thinking about with this. Maybe, again, I'm really worried for you, my Sagittarius, is that you're going to overthink things, especially at a time when things are going well for you, at a time when things are actually opening up for you. And this is where I was talking about that I worry about that you could go back into it could slip back into older behaviors. It's almost like, if you had an addiction and you've been, clean, sober, not partaking in that addiction, and then, it's almost like you then pick it up again. Maybe, some cigarettes, drink, whatever that is. You want to really keep yourself on that positive end, because you've got a lot going on for you. You've got this real clarity of thought. Just really be very careful, whoever this is for, because whenever I go off a little bit on the different, it's usually that there's somebody out there, whether that be one person or not, there's somebody out there that needed to hear that. Now, the Three of Air is great sadness. Take time to heal, the need to forgive yourself or others. This is not a new sadness. This is just getting through. So maybe this weekend, maybe there's going to be some, with this one too, maybe there's going to be some old triggers. Maybe there's going to be maybe you'll be in a situation that was like a past situation, and you see somebody that brings up old thought habits, thought patterns, okay? Keep it positive, because you have entered into such a better place, my Sagittariuses. Don't let whatever this is around you, keep you from this, okay? This is optimistic. This is wishing on a star. This is, make positive, optimistic, long-term plans, happy times. You're on the right path. Don't be distracted off of it, okay? Okay. So, my Sagittariuses, as always, know that you are loved and be blessed. Bye-bye.